Hi, I'm Simran Harichand, doing my MSc in Marketing from the University of Nottingham. I'm currently working as a marketing researcher and strategist for Top Networking Events, which is a local business networking company. This job is a 200-hour postgraduate placement that I acquired through the Researcher Academy at the university. My experience of applying for a placement was great because the process is so simple. All you need is a CV and a cover letter, and you submit that on a portal and answer 3 questions about what you bring to the table for this job role, and that's it. And the simplicity of the process really allowed me to take my time and tailor my CV and cover letter to the role that I was applying for. And the best part is that the academy, the team at the university, is also as diligent as we are, because I remember the first placement that I applied for, I attached my cover letter, but for some reason it didn't go through. So the next day I had an email asking me if I wanted to submit one. So I instantly knew that the university cared about my placement just as much as I did. My experience of the recruitment process was also very smooth. So once I had applied on the portal, soon after the vacancy closed, I think it was within a week, I received a call from Paul telling me that I had been shortlisted for an interview. He gave me all the details. He told me the name of the company, who I was going to be interviewed by, what my job role was, what the description was, so I could prepare accordingly. And soon after my interview, I received another call from Paul telling me that I had been accepted at the placement. But usually success stories tend to be smooth, but it wasn't just that, because this was not the first placement I applied for. I applied for multiple others and did not make it. But the first placement that I applied for, I reached the final interview, and shortly after I received an email telling me that I didn't make it, that I had been rejected, which was great because I instantly knew that now I had to move on and look for other opportunities. So I didn't have to wait to find out through somebody else that they'd made it and I didn't. I received a rejection email. So overall, whether you're successful or unsuccessful in that particular placement, the recruitment process is really good because you will always be informed. You are an equal party. You are always kept aware of how far your application has gone. My experience of working on a placement so far has been, can you guess? It's been great. Once again, I'm only about halfway through my placement, so about 100 hours maybe, and I've already developed so many new skills, and I have networked so much within the small business owner community. Felicity, who is the absolutely phenomenal woman behind Talk Networking and also my boss, she is so understanding and so supportive of the fact that this placement is supposed to complement my degree, not overtake it. So at the end of the day, I'm supposed to work as much as I can, given the load of my degree. So on average, I work around 8 to 10 hours a week, but when the coursework is piling up, I go down to 6. And Felicity understands that. We set targets together, we identified what needed to be done, we identified our KPIs all together, and that made me really feel like a part of the process and made me feel valued. My advice to students would be to just go for it and to definitely apply for a placement, because placements are such an excellent source of experience. You get to develop skills in your field, you have work experience to put on your CV, you build contacts, and you get hands-on exposure of what a career might look like for you in your field. And if you're not doing a placement in your own field, then you get to build new skills, transferable skills, and you also understand and experience other areas of industries that you may not get to experience later on in your life once you've picked your field and picked your job. Don't be afraid of rejections, because I assure you this is not the first PPN I got either. I applied for many and I got rejected by so many before I got this one. And even though it might sound like something someone would say to save face, it all worked out for the best, because even though the rejections hurt, I gained so much interview experience in the UK job market, and which is it's just a complete treasure for me because I'm an international student. So the idea is that you're going to find what you're suited for. And if you don't find what you're suited for, at least you will find out what you don't want to do, even if you're suited for it. Plus, an extra source of income never hurt anybody. So there's that. So my advice would be that don't listen to that voice in your head that's telling you that you can't do it, because I assure you that you can. My advice, once again, would be to just go for it, because you are going to thank yourself later.